Main Talk. Let's talk about hair. It's not your average conversation. It's not your average conversation about hair. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm DeShawn Bullard, host of Main Talk Conversations About Hair. Today, we have a very special show. When I talk about a very special show, and I'm excited to have this show here on this evening, some of you guys have been anticipating this. Some of you guys have kind of even heard my dialogue about even going down, meeting this young lady about 3 weeks ago. So today, I'm sure the world, the country has heard about Tessica Brown, AKA they call her Gorilla Glue Girl. But I think after tonight that you guys would change your whole thought process about this young lady, Tessica Brown. You know, we have seen her in the news. People have talked about her. People have called her all types of names. She was the young lady who used the Gorilla Glue on her hair. But you guys have heard me talk about this before. How many things have we done, okay, that have been crazy, that have been stupid, that we just haven't got caught out on, that we just haven't seen? But in her case, however, it was broadcast to the world. I'm going to play just a little clip just to kind of remind you guys of what happened with Tessica, just so that you guys can refresh your memory. I know you don't have to refresh your memory. I see you guys coming in, but tonight we're going to talk with her. So let me just share my screen just to kind of give you guys just a little bit of Tessica, and then we're going to bring her on live. She almost like my BFF, kind of like whatever, but she almost could be my daughter. So I don't know. So we'll see. Hold on. So let me just share here now.
Hey y'all, for those of y'all that know me, know my hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not by choice. No, it's not by choice. When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with a little Got to Be Glue spray, just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be Glue spray, so I used this Gorilla Glue spray. Bad idea. Y'all, look, my hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? It don't move. I've washed my hair 15 times and it don't move. Stiff wear. Woo! My hair. So I'm going to tell y'all like this. If you ever run out of Got to Be Glue spray, don't ever use this unless you want your hair to be like that. Hey.
Okay, y'all. So I'm going to bring none other than Tessica Brown on herself. Tessica, I saw you in the background looking at this. Welcome to Main Talk, Tessica. Good to see you again.
Hey.
So what were you thinking when I showed that clip? I was looking at your face while you were looking at it.
Sitting there like bad idea.
Like bad idea. How many times have you seen that clip? Have you rewatched it?
Yeah, I watched it a lot.
A lot. I know.
Bad idea. It was a bad idea.
I read an article that you had, or maybe an article, maybe it was an interview or something that I saw, that you said that, you wish that day had never happened. You just wish that day had never happened. So take us back to that day. I know for those of you guys who have seen her in several interviews, I mean, you've been on The Real, you've been on Doctor's TV, so TMZ, so you've been on some major heavy hitters. So again, thank you for coming to Main Talk. But just take us back to that day, because so many people have an idea of like, what were you thinking when you picked up Gorilla Glue, or you just wasn't thinking?
The thing is, like, I use it. I've been saying this a lot. I use it for like my Christmas decorations, and I'll spray it on them like the big red bowls. I spray it on the bowl, stick it on the wall. Like after a while, it comes down.
Right.
Like I spray it on the towel. The sponge towel that's in the daycare, I spray it to keep it down. After a little while, it comes up. And this without water, without shampoo, without nothing. So when I ran out of the Gorilla Glue spray, and now I'm looking all over for something else to use, and I see this, again, I didn't think for 1 second that it was never going to wash off.
Right.
Yeah, I just thought, hey, I can spray this. By the time I come home, I can wash it right out.
I'm glad, I never heard that. So, because you've used the Gorilla Glue spray on just regular stuff in life and it didn't hold up. So you're just like, so I like this ain't gonna have an effect on my hair. You just thought you could just do it and then just come back home and wash it out.
And wash it out.
But you said you used a blow dry on it.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's where they said I messed up. Because again, even with the Gatsby glue, after I spray it, I use the blow dryer, take the back of the comb, and just make sure everything it's in its place. And when I used the Gorilla Glue, it had like little white spots that came on it. But then after that, you get the black spray, and you get those.
Spray it on top.
Yeah, you get the spots out the way. Then you spray a little oil sheen on top of that to get it back to that, sleek look. Yeah, I messed up.
Yeah, so sound like a woman who knows her hair because we all have done it. We want our hair to lay down. But Tessica, I wanted to, bring you on today because so many people have said so many different things. I remember when I met you, you came a little bit late. And I had this even thought process, okay, she Hollywood already. She gonna come with a driver, she gonna come with whatever. But when you showed up, you came driving your own car, you came in, you had such a wonderful spirit. You were gentle. It seemed like we connected, not just with us, but with Allison. You was just cool and down to earth. And I was like, you know what? I want to have her on the show just so people can know who Tessica Brown really is. You woke up that day, yeah, you put Gorilla Glue spray in your hair. By the time you posted it, it had been a month that you had it in your hair. So a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people claimed or said that you had did this on purpose. But when I met you, it was apparent that you didn't do any of this on purpose. This is something that just happened. It was a mistake that happened on any given day. And I don't know if you remember what I told you that, like the church. Do you remember what I told you that day?
I don't know.
Actually,
it's so much.
I know it's so much like things are like the old folks say in the church, like it's untoldable, unexplainable. But sometimes things happen and we don't even know that we can't even explain that it may come to bless us. So speaking of blessings, when you had posted about the Gorilla Glue spray, it had already been a month. You had then gone to the emergency room. And you had went to the emergency room because you were at your wit's end.
Well, the thing was, when I took it to social media, they started saying all kinds of stuff that I can do. So now that I'm doing all of these different things, it has just gotten way beyond worse than what it was. So I had no other choice. But I got to the point where it had cotton balls stuck to my head. It was getting sticky. Then it get hard all over again. It was just it hadn't got so bad, so I had no other choice but to go to the emergency room. Then when I get there, the lady, she took me straight to the back, and because Wendy Williams said, "Oh, she went to the emergency room and they didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They sent on her way." That wasn't the case. The lady brought me to the back, and she's taking her time trying to get this off the back, and it's burning to the point where my heart is beating really, really fast. So she'll stop. She'll put the saline water on it to try to cool it off. She'll try to start it again, and he'll go to heart again. So it was pretty much, I'm gonna get this off my head, but I'm gonna have a heart attack while it's happening.
Right,
so
right.
I asked her, can I please, take this stuff home and let my mom and my sisters do it? At least I can have breaks, when I need to have the breaks or whatever. And she was like, yeah, if you need any more, you can always go on Amazon. Because everything she gave me, that was all she could have gave me without taking all of the supply.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I came home and tried to let my sister do it, but again, it still was burning to the point where it was just unbearable. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to, because a lady at my children's school, she said, you're gonna have to pretty much let it grow out and then cut it off at the root. Because when we tried to even cut it off when it was still on it, I pretty much would have cut my scalp. I'd have cut my head.
Right, I remember you saying that. Did it start bleeding? Did you say did it start bleeding?
When I try to lift up the sideburn to put it, I'd have really scalped myself. I would have really scalped myself. And then like my little sister, because I told you the ponytail, it was like every day was just
I think she kind of froze a little bit. Let's see if we can get her get her back. She kind of froze a little bit in midstream. Alan said, I don't know if you're out there to kind of text her to let her know that she's kind of midstream. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and remove her until I see her removing back. Until I see her moving back again. She kind of got stuck, guys, but she was telling a story about her going to the emergency room and her trying to remove. Okay, there she is. I think she's coming back, and her trying to remove the glue from her head. I think she's coming back. I think it may be her internet. So I'm going to see if she's coming back. But she was just telling the story. Thank you guys for coming, because I really, 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 really want y'all to hear her. When I say she is so sweet, so sweet. But she was telling us a story about how all of this happened. And I wanted to have her on tonight. Really, we're going to get into, I don't know if you guys heard her say that she owns a daycare. So she's a business owner. She's not just what we call the Gorilla Glue girl or somebody who just woke up and did something really stupid. But I think the thing that was more amazing to me is how many times have we used like household products? Like she said that the Gorilla Glue, she used it in her daycare. She used it in, I'm going to remove her out and see if she can kind of get out. Let me see if if I can get her out of the studio. Let's see. I don't want to kick her out the studio, guys. Lord have mercy. Allison, if you're out there, okay, she's out. She's going to be coming back in. But one of the things that she said was that she used Gorilla Glue around her school. She used Gorilla Glue around her house. And it never holds, the Gorilla Glue spray in particular, and that it never holds. And so she thought that she could just use the Gorilla Glue in just a quick minute on her hair, and then she could come back and wash it out. However, that did not happen. And so we actually had some conversation before she actually came onto the show. And I told her I really wanted to take this time because so many people have talked about her. And just imagine, she's coming back. Just imagine if you did this and then your whole life just changed. Okay, so she's back. I'm going to bring her back in. Okay, Tessica, we back. We back. We back. So you were just saying that, you tried to do everything to get it out. The saline had gone to the emergency room. But once you went to the emergency room, what was the purpose of doing the GoFundMe? Was that to just kind of help with the emergency room bill?
No, and it was really and truly, because I mean, yeah, they goes crazy. After reading that, I pretty much was gonna go bald. Like I'm talking like skin bald. It said I was gonna have scalp damage. I was gonna have this. I was gonna have that. So I'm like, you know what? If I can do this little GoFundMe for this $1,500, I can pay the $700. I give me a nice fitted wig, and then the rest I can go to everything I'm gonna need to get the stuff up off my head.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up going way, way over the $1,500, and people kept saying, "Oh, you need to get the people their money back." The thing is, we've been trying to take the GoFundMe down, like been trying to take it down, but that many people started saying, "Oh, it was a fraudulent account," so they didn't even allow me to take it down. And as it's still up, people are still donating, still donating, still donating. Right. So it was nothing I could have possibly did
to try to take it down. I was talking to someone entitled the if I had to have a subtitle to the show, it was called Bullying the Blessing, because again, this hasn't even been 60 days. You put that post up on February the 3rd. Today is March the 29th. Mm-hmm. And your whole life has just changed dramatically.
Right.
In not even 60 days. And people telling you that you need to give the money back. Nobody hasn't even really heard the story. So, for me, just as a spiritual person, just for me, they saw that you had met your goal. And so if people wanted to keep giving, how or who are we to get people or to tell somebody that they need to give money back? What if they just want to bless you? Did you ever think in a moment like, I'm not going to do what they tell me to do? I mean, who are they to tell me what to do? Or did you feel like people were so on you that you just wanted to give it back?
No, the thing was, after Dr. Obeng did the procedure for free, Portia gave me wigs. Like everybody started sending me wigs. I didn't even need it. Like I didn't need the GoFundMe. Like I didn't need the $1,500, let alone the $23,000.
But
So
what if it was just what if it was just a blessing? Y'all drop your comments below, because the way I feel, as I said when I told you, is that churches do it every day. Okay, not trying to be funny. Churches do it every day. And so if I put a GoFundMe out for $5,000 and I get 25,000, if somebody wanted to bless me, why should I have to give it back? What if this happened? We don't know. What if this happened? All this happened just to bless you? Because we don't know what your need was, right? We don't know.
But the thing with that, I felt like by Dr. Obeng doing this for free for me, somebody before me had to donate money for him to do it for me for free. So the next person might not have it to have this type of procedure or any type of procedure done. So I just thought I donated to his research or to his whole foundation. So I donated the 20,000 to his foundation, and then I picked 3 families that live in St. Bernard Parish, and I blessed them. And they cried, I cried. It wasn't because somebody told me I need to give it back. No.
Right.
And they meant, everybody on the GoFundMe, go give them their $5, give them their $10. That's what they pretty much wanted me to do.
Crazy. So Tessica, so you're here. Tell people, Allison said, and that's why God will continue to bless you. So let's kind of get off this. We'll get back to the hair thing. Let's tell people, who is Tessica Brown before February the 3rd, before you put the Gorilla Glue in your hair. Tell them, who is Tessica Brown? Wife, mother, business owner. Who is Tessica Brown? Who do you want the world to know who Tessica Brown is?
I am a fiance, mother of 5, a bonus mom of 4. I have a daycare. I have a dance team. I have 5 awesome sisters, 6 awesome sisters. My mom, my dad, it's my brothers. Like, I'm a real, normal person.
Right.
Like, that likes to have fun.
That likes to have. Well, I posted you with the yellow after we came down and gave you those awesome waves.
You see them?
Exactly. After you came in with those waves and we came in and we did everything, I was like, she feeling herself. She got the yellow on. She dancing, because hair does really affect your mood. But I think that people really just need to know who you are. As a person, like you said, you're a normal person. And before all of this happened, you were running your daycare. So you have a dance troupe. So how long have you had the dance troupe, and how many girls are on your dance team?
It's 16 right now, but when we first started, of course, it was like 30 of them. We had flag twirls, we had everything. We had all kinds of stuff. We had baby divas. But since the corona, it's a lot we can't do pretty much nothing. So a lot of people have been, not coming to practice. So it's down to 16 now, but still, it's a force.
Yeah.
It's a bad 16.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bad 16.
Now, with your daycare during coronavirus, were you able to stay open, or did you have to close down? Did that affect you any?
No. It only affected all the extra activities that we really do with the daycare. We couldn't do all of that. I usually do a prom every year. We usually do a parade. We couldn't do the parade this year, but I'm doing a prom this year.
Okay.
I will do prom this year.
Okay.
And the theme is Coming to America. Because we did the Coming to America, the part 1, but now we're doing Coming, to America. Yeah.
Okay, so Tessica, let's get back on this hair thing. So everybody's calling you Gorilla Glue Girl. How do you feel about that? I mean, I know that you have, this is like a name that they call you, and just meeting you, your skin is thick, because people have been saying a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know. I haven't seen you just go straight off, not one time, just out on social media, just going the HELL off, right? You have not done that. You have kept your cool. You have allowed people to call you Gorilla Glue. We had the cousin preacher talking about you. I know you were upset about that when I met you. You were very, very upset about that. How do you feel about people calling you Gorilla Glue Girl?
Listen, at this point right now, like the little girls around the neighborhood, they're all wherever, even in the airport, they seem to, oh, that's the Gorilla Glue lady. And I wave. Like, hey y'all. But for grown folks, y'all know that's not my name.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
A
Have
girl
you
was
had
in
to?
an
Oh, go
older
ahead. Go
girl.
ahead.
She was in the airport and she was like, hey, Miss Tessica, can I take a picture? Yeah, you can take a picture. Yeah. But for grown folks to be with the Gorilla Glue, it's just like y'all just being petty at this point.
Yeah, yeah. So how do you feel like all of this have changed your life? Like you said, you've been on the real. How has all of this just changed your life? And lastly, emotionally, how are you feeling today? Emotionally, after all this has happened.
Really and true. I'm again. Some people might not know, but right now I just feel sick.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel nauseous. Yeah,
You feel nauseous? Why? Why do you feel nauseous?
yeah, because I'm pregnant.
Oh my gosh! So you are pregnant. When
Yeah,
did when? Listen, you just had a mommy makeover.
and
Like a
listen, this when I went in I knew something was going on because I know when I kept telling my sisters something ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right. And when we came home from Dr. Bang's party, because even before the party, I laid down. I laid down and I laid down. My sister got me some Pepto Bismol. I tried that, maybe it's a little virus or whatever. And when I came home, I'm like, you know what? I don't know. This virus, this has been a nice little virus for a minute now. And I'm not throwing up, I'm not doing nothing. I just feel sick. And I took the test and within zero point 0.2 seconds, they say give it a minute. Zero point
Mhm.
0.2 seconds, 2 lines was
Came up.
on. Yeah. So I went to shaking it, maybe it's not right. Maybe it's not right. And I was upset. I I was upset when I first looked at it, only because like I just got all of this done. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, because you
I just
got
got all of this
tell us what you
done.
got done. You got so let's go back. You went to Dr. Bain's party.
Mhm.
Uh when was Dr. Bain's party? Was that last weekend?
Yeah, at
Okay,
his house.
last
Yeah,
at
last
his
week at
house.
his house.
Last weekend you went out back out to California to Dr. Bain's
Yes.
party. So a couple weeks before that, you had the mommy makeover.
Yeah, like about uh almost almost 5, 6 weeks ago.
Right. And then now you're pregnant.
Yep, like
But
3 weeks.
but so go ahead and tell the people because we were talking before. Tell them about your pregnancy story. So you're
What?
pregnant, but this is not. I mean, you were upset only
Yeah,
because you just got the work,
yeah,
but it was a blessing in disguise at the same
yeah.
time.
Because like 6 years ago, I had like I went to the bathroom and I knew it was a miscarriage. I knew it was. So I go to the emergency room just to get checked or whatever. They checked me and it was like, yes, you did have a miscarriage. You passed one, and the other one is still in there.
You like other one,
Yeah, I mean what? I mean, and at first it was like okay, but when she said the other one, I mean, I cried. I called my mom. I'm like, it was it was two. So I walked around for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I went to that many different hospitals, that many different clinics. They kept saying they couldn't do nothing about it because even like that day, any emergency room, they sent me home. They said because it wasn't an emergency at that point because I wasn't bleeding. My blood levels wasn't high enough or low enough or whatever it's supposed to be. It wasn't at that. So they sent me home. And every hospital I went to, they sent me home. The clinics I went to, they sent me home. So I finally ended up going to University Hospital. And I bought the whole packet of all the hospitals and clinics I've been to. The doctor got out of his bed when he heard what happened. He came to the hospital. He put some pills, and then the next morning I passed it.
mm,
But
mm,
then after that, I'm like, I mean, now I want a baby,
right?
and I have been trying for like the last 6 years, and I kept saying if I don't get it by the time I make 40, I'm done with it. I'm over it. So it got to the point where before I made 40, it wasn't happening. So I went to Facebook and I made a post. Hey, don't look like it's gonna happen for me, but can somebody out there, you know, pretty much give me your kid?
Mm.
Like, I'll take care of your kid.
So you're looking for like a surrogate? Were you looking for like a
I
surrogate?
wanted, I wanted my baby. I wanted a baby, and I could not have it. Like, I don't know what was going on because again, I have 5 kids.
Right.
I get pregnant if I kiss somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Right.
I'm getting pregnant, so I don't
Right.
understand like why am I not getting pregnant? I didn't understand it at all. Period. So went to Dr. Bang, and they did the mommy makeover. He did my breast, and he did with liposuction, right?
Okay, so
So
he didn't have to cut or anything like
no,
that.
no,
So it
no,
was
no,
like
no,
non-invasive. Okay, okay,
no,
okay,
no, no.
okay, okay.
So I'm gonna say like 3 weeks after that, because I'm about 3 weeks now. Yeah, so like 3 weeks after that, my fiance, giving me the massage with because you have to massage your breast, you have to massage your
Mhm, mhm,
stomach.
mhm, mhm.
I guess the massage might have went too far.
I think it did, Tessica. I think, but no, but congratulations for all of us. I have a set of twins. They're 19 now, but I clearly understand because I was one. I didn't have a baby until I was 35, and I had to have in vitro fertilization to have it. So many women out there understand the feeling of when you want a baby, like what you will go through to have a baby. So I completely understand that. Our time is coming up. We're gonna answer a couple questions, but I want to say this. So when you first came and met us at the Inner Master's Hand Salon in New Orleans, what was you thinking when we start pulling out all those devices, looking at your scalp? I know originally you was just like I don't want to take a picture, but what? No, really. Now that it's over with, like, what is your thought process? And I want you to just tell me about what you felt like you experienced, because I know we was doing a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. Because I came home and I was telling my sisters, God, people did like a scalp X-ray. I had never seen that before in my life. Like, she went like an inside. She showed me like the little parts that's broken off, and what's gonna come back and how it. Like I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. Yeah, I take the picture, I show it to everybody. Like, I've never seen half the stuff that y'all was doing. I've never even heard of. Like,
Yeah, but I know one of the things that we talked about is that you had to cut your hair off. You went to a barber who had originally cut your hair off. You had some sensitivity and thinning around the edges. And one of the questions that I asked you was, how did you feel about short hair? And you were like, I'm not used to short hair, because before all this happened, I think people don't know. Before this happened, you said your hair was where?
right? No, it was shoulder length. Yeah,
Your hair was shoulder length, and you wore a relaxer, right?
yeah.
And so now, so everything's changing. So now you're being pushed into short, and we know that you like to wear your wigs, but I was like, you said Dr. Bang said you need to give your hair a break
Yeah.
and kind of wear your hair. So I think I told you I'm God has blessed me in that area of doing style options. And so I saw waves. You was like, she said waves, but you rock. Let me just tell you, you rock the waves, you rock the short hair. It's you. It's all good. I'm glad that we got a chance to meet you. How's your hair? How does your head feel so far?
It's still okay. It's still okay. Like,
Is it
again,
still a little
because I can't
sensitive?
wait to get out there next week to show y'all like the sides. Y'all feel like, yeah, y'all gonna have to look at these sides. Something is happening with the sides again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it. Well, I thank you. Let's answer a couple of questions, Tessica.
Okay.
Somebody, Sharon Phillips said, between the time you realized that it wasn't gonna come out naturally and before you had the surgery, what was going through your mind? Like, what was going through your mind between the time that you realized that it wasn't gonna come out and the time you had the surgery, you went to go see Dr. O'Bang?
I
What
was
was you
gonna be
thinking?
bold. Even after, I mean, like before I went under, I thought once I got up from this procedure that I was gonna be bold. Like, even before the procedure, he had to give me medicine to calm me down to even put me to sleep.
Yeah, I read that you
Yeah.
was just like what Darlene said. This is just unfortunate. It's an incident that could happen to anybody. Rita said, I feel it was her blessing. And Tanita said that it was an excellent idea to pay the doctor's foundation, to pay it forward. Let me see who else said something here. That's Tori said, good old scalp analysis. And Allison is going in saying, just bless your heart, just talking and all of that. So I just want to say, really thank you for coming on. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody who have any questions, drop them below. The whole purpose of this interview is that, again, once I met you, I really wanted the whole world to know who you really were. No, literally, because so many people say so many things about different people. Like I said, I was guilty myself. Like, oh my gosh, I mean, she got us here waiting. But when you came in, you were so
lost.
like you were lost. Like I don't even do this. And then you just came in. Your spirit was just, it was a spirit. A spirit knows another spirit. So I just wanted to bring you on. Thank you for coming on Main Talk and talking with me. And I guess I'll see you on next week so we can get this thing together.
But let me just say this before I leave.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, even when I pronounced that I was pregnant, a lot of people, I feel like if the Gorilla Glue wouldn't happen, I wouldn't have met Dr. Obeng. He wouldn't have given me the liposuction, and I wouldn't have got pregnant.
This is your season. We're in a pandemic season. Remember I told you it's like a season. I think we're in the midst of a pandemic, but there is a blessing in the midst of a pandemic. And yours just happened to come this way. So as Allison said, haters, like it or love it, it's your blessing. You got to embrace it. Like you said, when I met you, it was like Dr. Obeng came like an angel out the sky because you just like, who is this? But as I said to you then, it was like there was a ram in the bush. You didn't know how it was going to get out. But eventually, God, when you put this in, there was already somebody who had a solution to get it out. And so today it's out. You had your mommy makeover. Your fiance was rubbing it and you still good, just like any other woman out there. And now the blessing that you wanted to have all these years has come full circle. It's your time. What can they say? It's your time. And it was supposed to happen exactly the way that it was supposed to happen. And that's it. So God bless you, my sister.
Thank you
on your new baby. We pray God's blessing that you have a successful pregnancy that goes all the way through and that you can carry it full term. And we congratulate you. And so when are y'all getting married? Have y'all set a date already?
Well, it was supposed to be April 17th, but with the whole pandemic, they were saying you can only have so many guests. First they say 50. That's pretty much was the wedding party. So he's to the point now where he want to just go to the Justice of Peace and do the big wedding after the baby.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be the same. If I go to Justice of Peace, I'm not having a big wedding.
Right. But how did you feel? How did you feel? What do you want to do? Because it's yours.
Yeah, and I want a wedding. If you want to wait, babe, I'm getting married. Like everybody.
You get listen, and you want to do it before your stomach start getting out here too, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh well, Tessica, it's been a joy and an honor just to talk with you. I'll see you on next week, and we'll continue this party then. Thank you so much. Until then, stay blessed and stay prayed up because we know you need it, so you won't try to hurt nobody. No, I'm just joking. Thank you so much, Tessica.
All right, baby. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all. I told y'all this was going to be I told y'all who she was. So now y'all know who Tessica Brown is. She is a mom, a fiance. She's a regular person, just like any one of us who wanted to get pregnant. She didn't just get pregnant by happenstance. Well, it happened by happenstance, but for her, it was a blessing. So for all of you guys who had all these thought processes about her, again, it could have happened to any one of us, but more importantly, I wanted to make sure, right, Allison, that you guys knew who the real Tessica Brown is. And Tori say, I love her. Sharon say, don't make me cry up in here. Tori say, I love her. Darlene say, there is purpose in our pain. Tanita say, receive it. Florence say, good interview. You guys, this is what we're here for. Main Talk. We do, hair is involved in our everyday lives. And in this case, almost 60 days ago, Tessica Brown picked up Gorilla Glue and sprayed it in her hair. And I will say, I will end on this note. Right, Allison, Team Tessica. I would say that Gorilla Glue was a blessing, because it was nothing but blessings that came out of it. So if you're going through something in your life on today, no matter how bad it seems, if it seems like it's stuck, like her hair was stuck, and that she couldn't get it out with a shampoo and she had to go to a surgeon to get it out, I'll say tonight, I'm not a pastor, Belinda, I know if you're looking, but we know who the master surgeon is. You guys be blessed. I hope you guys were encouraged tonight, and I hope that you guys got a chance to meet Tessica Brown, the people who they call Gorilla Glue, and see who she really is. She's a person just like us. So you guys stay tuned next week. We know that a lot of people are losing their hair. Next week, we're going to talk about women who have decided to go bald and shave off all their hair because of situations of hair loss and all of that. Again, another brave story of brave women who have just decided to cut all their hair off and rock the baldy. Could you do it? Could you do it? Stay tuned on next week, y'all, on Main Talk Conversations about hair. Right. Tori said a great way to end Women's History Month. I concur. I concur. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Peace out. I love each and every one of y'all. Bye. Main Talk. Let's talk about hair. It's not your average conversation. It's not your average conversation about hair. You don't know like I know how to cut it, clip it, snip it, flip it, whip it, twist it, curl it, twirl it. Whip it, girl, whip it hard when you show it out. Hair, blow it, grow it, wrap it, snap it, weave it, lock it, braid it. Girl, you can wave it, shade it, just make sure that you save it. I'm talking